Well, what's left of good morning from about an hour west of Bozeman, Montana. I'm just off I-90, and as you can see from the sign, I'm getting ready to run to go to Ringing Rocks. I had multiple people tell me about this spot. There's some weird phenomenon with the rocks there that you can hit them with a metal object like a hammer or a wrench and they will ring. So I had the day today to go explore and thought I gotta go check that out. I did find a full kind of route on Onyx Off-Road. This is not an Onyx sponsored video. I don't have a discount code for you. I'm just telling you where I found the route. So we'll check it out. I think it's a blue trail, so it's got some technicality to it, but we'll see. We are off. I got Izzy as my co-pilot today, and we're gonna go see what amazing things we can find in this part of Montana. Some updates. First on Kara. Kara got, what is today? Today is Saturday. We were supposed to be leaving Montana today, but we decided to stick around one more day just to give her a little bit more time to recover. She got her spinal injections on Wednesday. Hasn't been the miracle cure that we were told. Thursday was a much better day. Yesterday was not a great day, not as bad as it was before the shots, but not as good as it was Wednesday. And today is kind of in between Wednesday and Thursday, so a little bit better than yesterday, but not as good as Wednesday. I don't know. We'll see. For Sully, if you saw the last video where I was going out, had a coolant leak, and that is all fixed. Also had really bad brake pads. Got those fixed as well. So Sully is in good shape. The coolant leak was at the radiator. The AMW uses the factory Mopar radiator from the Jeep Wrangler 392. So it developed a couple leaks at the seams around the bottom for whatever reason. So the process for that, AMW overnighted. I found a local shop who could get it done in a day, so that was awesome. Thank you, Paul at Epic Automotive. And AMW overnighted the radiator to them and picked up the bill. So if you're wondering, like, oh, I got a new engine from AMW, how does the warranty stuff work? Well, if you have a warranty repair and you're not near an AMW approved installer shop to take care of it, they pick up the tab for you. So fantastic experience there. And a couple other people I want to thank. So Paul at Epic Automotive met a guy named Rod at I can't remember. I think it was maybe the Target parking lot in Bozeman. Came up to us, introduced himself. Huge fan of the channel. He had seen the video and said, "Hey, if you need a garage to to work on your Jeep, I got floor jacks and jack stands and all the tools and stuff you need. Just let me know." And he gave me his card with his number. So went to Rod's house yesterday. He helped me swap out the rear brake pads. Discovered that I had a seized caliper that we could not get unseized. Actually broke part of the caliper in the process, and he ran and picked up a new caliper at one of the auto parts store. Would not let me repay him. So that was super nice. So thanks, Rod, for that. And huge thanks to my friend Pete, who lives in Billings. We have been sending a lot of stuff to his house. As far as mail things, we will swing by his house tomorrow and pick them up, but that's just super handy when we're traveling like this. And apparently Amazon doesn't really do next day deliveries type stuff in this part of Montana. So not knowing if it's taken more than a few days to get to us at the hotel, we've sent it to Pete's house, knowing that we were going to stop by there and pick it up. So we got a few things to pick up from him tomorrow on our way out of town. So big thanks to those people who have been super kind to us. I'm anxious to see what this trail is like. This trail is a, let's see, what's it rated? Well, up. It is rated a 6 out of 10. I have been very critical of Onyx's trail ratings. 6 out of 10 sounds like a doozy. So we'll see. Of course, all that's subjective. The person who did this may have done it in a, bone stock Subaru, and therefore, as a 6 out of 10, it may be a 4 out of 10 for me today. But we're gonna find out. This part of the trail is on BLM land, and there's a ton of what looks like little play trails. I'm not sure of the legality of them, but they're there. I've already passed several side-by-sides out here. Well, the terrain has become much more rugged and a lot more trees here than where we started. I'm surprised this isn't national forest instead of BLM land. It's a lot of trees for BLM land. This is how you get to Ringing Rocks. It is a Saturday. This is an easy trail so far. Past a couple, just normal street SUVs. So, don't know how crowded this may be or how popular this is. We got traffic. I don't know if he's got a spot to pull over, because I don't. Aha. Excellent. How's it going? Good. Well, apparently where the side-by-side backed up to, this is Ringing Rocks. Oh, they even provide hammers for you. Well, that's kind of them. Let's go with the small hammer. So, from what I read, no one's exactly sure why the rocks ring. Something to do with the composition of the rocks and possibly how they're stacked in here, because I read that if you remove a boulder from that area won't ring. So, well, there's a side-by-side that just drove by and is turning around. But let's see if you can pick this up on camera. It does ring. Oh, listen to that one. That's weird. Oh, that's got a different tone. It's higher pitched. Whoa. That's so weird. It does just keep ringing. Well, I would rake that up there with one of the weirdest points of interest I've ever been to. I don't know. I mean, it's kind of cool. Definitely unique. Kind of mysterious. Kind of a novelty. But it's true. Yeah, you hit the rocks and they ring. So makes us see what the rest of this trail. This was just a couple miles from where we started, and I think overall this is like a 20-mile trail. So let's go see what else we got. Well, this road is quite narrow. Looks like they're gonna do some mountain biking up here, but there's not a lot of room to pull over, so I just backed up to the parking lot area. Well, looks like we want to back up again. I may never get down. Two more coming?
Nope.
No. Okay. Thank you. Well, he gave me the deuces sign, so I thought he was telling me two more were coming, but apparently he was just going, hey, peace sign. So, oh, nope, there's a four-wheeler. Pretty sure they can move over. Maybe. Lots of four-wheelers. Isn't she adorable? Okay, let's see if I can get back to the main road before another vehicle comes. That right there may be the most challenging part of this whole trail. It's just getting back on the main road. All right, made it. Well, after ringing rocks, the trail goes from a 2-lane to a single lane. Well, after that cattle guard, we are now in the Deer Lodge National Forest. Haven't been to the Deer Lodge National Forest yet. I have to add a new National Forest badge to the side of Sully. Well, if you've been following along, this has not been the trip through Montana that we wanted it to be. Haven't got to experience near as much of Montana as we wanted. This will be my, I guess technically fourth trail. So definitely haven't got to experience what we wanted to. Nowhere near scratch the surface of what this area has to offer. So we will be back. So many people have recommended, oh, you need to go to this road, you need to go to this trail, you need to go to this area. And with, kind of dealing with Kira's back issues, just hadn't been able to. So you can plan the trip all you want, but what you get is the trip you get. That's just how it goes sometimes. You make the best of it and try to have as much fun as you possibly can with the cards that have been given to you. Kara has not had any fun. I know she's had a little bit of fun, but she has not had a lot of fun, for sure. So Wow, that is a sweet campsite. That is beautiful. Definitely mark it. That's like the first real legit campsite I've seen so far today. Well, I'm about a third of the way along this trail, and I'm curious, like, where do the technical spots happen? The beautiful trail, but it's rated as 6. Where are they? There's supposed to be some water crossings on this trail too. I hope that there is, and that there's water in them. But this is a gorgeous area. Another beautiful campsite. There's some winners up here. I do have an announcement to make. After, let's see, tomorrow when we head out of here, we will be making our way east. Tomorrow, Sunday, we will be making our way to Des Moines, Iowa on Wednesday for the event put on by Gun Owners of America called GOALS. It's called Gun Owners Advocacy and Leadership Summit, something like that. I don't know. My first ever gun show. Or gun expo, I should say. I've been to like small gun shows, but my first ever gun expo. It's not quite to the level of, I mean, it's definitely not SHOT Show level, but from what I hear, it's like third largest under like the NRA expo. So first ever event like that. They invited us to come speaking on a panel about outdoor enthusiasts. Get a chance to have like early access to a range day and shoot a lot of cool guns, a lot of cool training. So looking forward to that. With that, Kara and I have decided to start a second YouTube channel. I'm a huge gun advocate, huge gun, person. I've been incorporating gun content into this channel because, I mean, that's just who we are. And love taking targets to camp, and plinking. Just started shooting competitively, and having a blast with that. So, but YouTube is a fickle thing, and I've known too many people that have gotten demonetized because of their firearms content, and that is just a risk that we don't want to take on our main channel, because this is our livelihood. Like, if our Ozark Overland Adventures channel gets demonetized, we're screwed. I can handle one video getting demonetized, but the whole channel, we'll be screwed. So we have started up a second YouTube channel. I haven't posted anything to it yet. I think the goals video will be like our first video, and then it's gonna be, just kind of everyday. I'm just a normal guy. I'm not a professional. I'm not a grandmaster competitive shooter. I'm not former military. I don't have really cool places to train, and don't have my own gun range with tons of steel targets out there. I'm just a normal dude who loves guns and likes talking about them and shooting them. So but the new channel is called Camp and Carry. I'll leave a link in the description, and if you would please go to that channel if you're interested in that content and subscribe. I would like to get that channel to 1,000 just as fast as I possibly can, because that's the monetization mark. And I don't know if we'll ever, you know, be sponsored by anyone and be the type of channel where, you know, firearms companies are sending us guns to review and that sort of stuff. I don't know. That's not the goal. The goal is just to share our experiences and show what we're learning. You know, help others get, you know, confident in carrying, and you know, especially out in the backcountry like this. So, not exactly sure what all is going to be on there, how often I'm going to post to it, as much as I can. But anyway, camp and carry. I'll leave a link in the description. If you would, go subscribe. And the first video on that channel will be the goals event. So, thank you. Hope y'all like that. Wow, came around that corner through the trees, and look at this. This is epic. That is beautiful. Come on, girl. Let's check this out. This is cool. I was driving along and just saw these old cabins. No clue what this is. Sitting on the map. I think this is private property, but there wasn't any, like, no trespassing signs or anything. So just stopped here to check them out. But no clue what the history is of this. But they're quite beautiful. Apparently cows come in here. Cool. Wow. Look at these old logs. That's cool. This is a big one. I mean, this is a big structure. Let's go see this one. Come on, Liz. I love finding stuff like this, just randomly. I'd love to know the history of this. Just someone's old ranch land or something. I don't know if there's anything here of historical significance. If there was, surely there'd be a plaque or something. But the structures are cool. I mean, look at these logs. Looks like this has endured some sort of fire at some point. I don't know, maybe that's how they treated them. I don't know enough about this sort of stuff. This looks like those look like feeding areas. This is maybe some sort of barn. I don't see a big opening though for cows to come in, but that does look like where there'd be feeding troughs. Huh. All right, we're off. We're about halfway through the trail now. I can't wait to see what we find next. This is absolutely gorgeous. Well, that place doesn't suck to have a cabin. Look at that. That's incredible. So if someone has a cabin out here like that, that tells me that the rest of this road is probably like this. I don't think there'd be a cabin out here if it got like real technical or anything. We'll see. One other person that I need to thank is David with Fat Mule Trucking. David brought Kara's Jeep from our home in Arkansas up to Idaho, because we thought, this was before her back issues flared up and she wanted to wheel and do things. So he brought it up there for her so she didn't have to drive the whole way up there. And because of her back issues, he reached out to me and said, hey, if you need her Jeep taken back home or somewhere else, just let me know. So he is coming to pick up her Jeep in Billings and is going to deliver it to some friend's house near Toledo, Ohio, because after Goals we will be going to Toledo Jeep Fest. It'll be our first time at that event, and our Jeeps will be on display there. Mine will be next to Jeep, and Brad and I, mine and Brad's Gladiators, I'm assuming he's bringing his Gladiator, I'm not sure, will be next to each other on display, and Kara's Jeep will be in the Dana booth. So looking forward to that event. We're going to get to do some cool things like tour the Jeep plant, tour the Dana assembly plant. We're participating with Dirt Road Cred, and doing a subscriber appreciation hangout on Saturday night. So it should be a fun event. And then after that, we head to Pigeon Forge, Tennessee for Smoky Mountain Jeep Invasion, where my Jeep will be in the RCV booth. I think one of our Jeeps will be in the RCV booth, and one of our Jeeps will be in the Dana booth at Jeep Invasion. So if you're at either of those events, please come by and say hi. If you're into firearms and want to come to Goals in Des Moines, Iowa, come there too and come say hi. So we're looking forward. August is going to be busy because we've got we've got back-to-back events the first 2 weekends, and then a week, and then the third, then a week of space in between, and then Smoky Mountain Jeep Invasion the last weekend of August. So it's going to be a busy month, but it'll be a fun month. The scenery on this trail does not stop. It has been just quite beautiful. Oh, this is beautiful. I think we found the water crossing. Wow. I like this. That was beautiful. I hope... Oh, there's a gate. I hope there's more of those. Remember, leave all gates like you find them. Beautiful camping spots down there along the river. Wow. Wish Izzy and I were staying out tonight, but unfortunately, we cannot. All right, it's getting a little rockier here. Maybe there'll be something a little technical up here. Oh, what do we have here? Where does this go? What does this do? Oh, it does not go up there. I thought maybe it went through there, but it does not. That would have been cool. Like, that looks like it'd be fun, but no. I bet people do, though, but I am not those people. Okay, but this is something. Well, that was fun and unexpected. Maybe this trail won't earn its 6 out of 10 rating after all. I mean, I'd rate that a 5 out of 10. But definitely, you know, disconnect sway bar, 4 low needed or used. Yeah, that was a good one. While I was setting up the camera, I did hear some thunder in the distance. There are dark clouds to the west. I would really rather not get caught out here in a massive rain shower. So, curious what this starts looking like. If I can beat the rain. There's blue skies in front of me, but dark skies behind me. The race is on. Wait, I do have Starlink. I can check the radar. There we go. Looks like the storm's going north of me. Tell you what, when you're out in a remote area like this, there's no cell signal. Having Starlink to be able to, you know, check radar and stuff, super handy. Well, it is very bumpy from here. It's just really, really rough. I mean, not technical, but you're driving over volleyballs and basketballs. I honestly did not expect that. Woo! That's good. Looks like the trail goes up this little slab and around the corner. Oh, it's dark up there. Alright, I'm back in 4 high. The trail's leveled off a little bit. Still got some rocks on it, but a lot smoother than it was. There is something on the map up ahead called Squeeze Rock. That sounds fun. I don't see a squeeze rock yet. I do see a lot of squeeze through the down trees. But is that it? Huh. See if I can squeeze through this. Like a glove. Well, I don't think anything wider than my Gladiator on 38 1350 tires would fit. There was a bypass. Those clouds in front are looking very interesting. Very dark. Just keep on staying north. Although I am currently traveling north, so there's that. Excuse me, youngin', would you mind opening the gate for me? No? Rude. Is he just noticed that cow to the right? You tell him, Iz. You tell him. The downside to having Starlink and connectivity anywhere is you get spam calls. Oh boy, as soon as I put the gate back up, the rain started coming down. the views through here sure are nice. I've got maybe less than 4 miles of trail left. So far, this section is just rough 2-track. Beautiful rough 2-track, but still just rough 2-track. If this rain keeps up on this dirt 2-track, this dirt 2-track is going to get nasty. We've got hail or sleet. What's the difference between hail and sleet? Whichever form of little ice balls this is, we've got it. Good grief. This is fun. Luckily the road is smoothed out. This is wild. I'm very thankful I wasn't getting rained and hailed on back in the technical section. This is crazy. Did not expect this today. This was not on the bingo card for today. Wildlife was on the bingo card. Hadn't seen any of that. But thunderstorm and hail, definitely not. This is just one of those typical Rocky Mountain afternoon showers with some hail thrown in. The temperature has dropped significantly. It was 94 earlier. It's now 60. I would love for this to stop when I'm airing up my tires. That'd be great. I don't want to drive on the interstate or on the highway with 18 psi. Well, the hail has stopped, but the rain has not. Although the sun has popped in and out. I've been looking for a rainbow, haven't seen one yet. We are leaving National Forest and now entering BLM land again. I don't think it's even rained here. What a beautiful valley. Well, at the end of the hill, I've dropped out on this lovely dirt highway. Not sure how far I have to go before I hit pavement again, but I'm not going to air up until I get there. Beautiful valley though. Well, that didn't take long. Let's see, this looks like a good place to pull over and air back up. Well, all things considered, the Jeep's not that dirty, but massive raindrops are coming down. Ow, he's hurt. Well, I decided to go ahead and drive a few miles down the highway to get to the little town of Whitehall. Tear back up. That rain was just too much. Today was a fun day. I enjoyed this. Saw some cool things. Saw some beautiful things. Had some fun on the trail. It was a win. Highly recommend. Do the Ringing Rocks Trail. It was great. Lots of offshoots. Love to come back and actually spend time in the area, camp out there, go see what else is out there. It has a lot of potential. Beautiful. New radiator, did great today. New rear brakes, did great today. That kind of banging, clanging sound in some of the clips, check this out. Rear sway bar mount broke. The mount's gone, so my sway bar was clanging on things. That's fun. I actually saw that when I picked the Jeep up from Epic Automotive. Walking around, just happened to notice it. Steer Smarts already has new brackets on the way to me. They're shipping them to the hotel in Des Moines. So once we get there, I'll have new brackets and can reattach that side of the sway bar. No clue how that happened. No clue. But anyway, thanks for watching. If you would like, subscribe, hit that hype button if you would. That's a new thing. Apparently that matters. But if you would hit the hype button, and all the important links are down in the description for Patreon AMW Hemi conversions, which I highly recommend. Links to all of our discounts, all of our merchandise link, Shop Overland Apparel. Go down there. That's all in the description. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.